Well, I think it's very possible because at the moment there are two commissions, like Agranat Commission was after Yom Kippur War. Who is to be blamed? Because we have to remember that water control failed. The sea control failed. The air control failed. The artificial intelligence failed. Right? It's a different departments, and all of them failed at the same time. Now, can it be a mistake? Can it be a chance? Can it be a coincidence? No, it cannot be a coincidence. Coincidences like this don't happen. So now the left segment of Israeli politicians will have to find proofs that it was the right government that failed or maybe gave orders. And the right government of Netanyahu is not collecting all the documents to defend themselves, and they have to blame it on the, who knows, maybe collaborators from the left, maybe some high-ranking officers, or who knows what. So, of course, they'll now try to push the blame on each other. And this is something which is very dangerous, I think.
It is the conception of the left wing and the Oslo Accords that everybody wants peace. Doesn't matter if it's a PLO organization, if it's a Hamas, or if it's ISIS.
Right.
The left-wing Jews, the left-wing Israelis are in a conception, what I call peace in pieces. And this is the problem where one is the Israeli Hebrew-speaking society should wake up, and especially where you should come into, and what the gentleman said, is to refocus on the 1838 Russians and give them a wake-up call that, hello, your parents came from Russia, and 99% were right-wing, and today you have 10% of the Russians voting for Meretz, and 20% voting for the Labour Party, and it's a joke. You guys, it's your responsibility to start working on the young guys in the Russian society and tell them it's a wake-up call after the 7th of October, because we saw what's happening with peace. There is no real peace, and you cannot put a Jew hater or a guy who doesn't believe that the Holocaust ever happened, and he got a doctorate in Russia.
Abu Mazen.
Abu what? Abu Muhammad, Abu Na'alaim, Abu I don't know what. His name is Mahmoud Abbas. He's a terrorist. He was the sponsor of the Olympic Games where 11 Jewish Israeli athletes were murdered, and nobody killed him. Why was he the only one who remained and he wasn't annihilated? Who left him? Who left him alive while all the others were killed? And what they say today, that they want to kill all the Hamas leaders, I don't believe. And again, it's another issue. But your responsibility as Russian speakers or caucus of conservative, right-wing, secular or religious Jews is to come and work on the Russian society and wake them up. The 45, 50 years old also in the Russian society, 40% of them or 35% of them still vote for the fantasy of Lapid. And it's another problem. It's not only the young guys who are 1835, well, 40% of them vote for Meretz and Labour Party and left wing, but on the other side, the 45, 55, 40% of them also vote for left-wing parties because they think there is peace in pieces or a fantasy that they live in Tel Aviv. It's your responsibility.
Let's be honest. There is no Russian party. Liberman's party is not.
I didn't say Russian party.
There is no such thing.
The Russian party is a hate party.
Exactly.
One, they hate the Israelis. Once they hate
Religious.
religious people. So it's a hate party.
They're using propaganda like from the Der Stürmer magazine.
Lieberman likes gimmicks. In every election, he invents a new gimmick in order to get the 4, 5, 6 seats.
Yeah.
But again, that hate.
Hate.
But again, back to your issues. You should lead the new vision of Russian speakers. You should find the way to reach, I'll say, young influencers, if it's what they call today the Chinese TikTok or Meta, and influence and build something new after 7th of October. It's a lot of work. It's tough work, but you need to start making the change. If you make a move of 5% in the Russian speakings, it's different when you take 18 to 25 years old, and 25 or 30 to 45, you need to speak to them in a different language in Russian.